The Viktor Troicki case has led to split opinions between the likes of Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer as to how efficient the system is. How do you feel about the way the case has been handled?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the Troicki case and the Cilic case, but you know, whether either player was intentionally cheating or not, we don't know that. You know, I don't think either of them are like that, but both of them, I think, were unprofessional, and that's a situation that, you know, one of them refused to give a drugs test, and we don't know exactly what was said in the room between the doping control officer and Viktor, but the reality is there's rules there. You need to stick to what the rules are. You know, they're going to change them now, you know, where I think now there's going to have to be someone from the ATP in the room with the player, which I think is a step in the right direction, because the whole case was a sort of he said, she said, and that doesn't work. But the reality is when we're asked to go to give a drugs test, we must do that. That's what the rules are. And look, it's unfortunate, but you know, you can't just change the rules all of the time. And you know, I'm happy that the drug testing is going in the right direction. They're starting to increase the drug testing, doing more blood testing. We've got the biological passports in place, and you know, almost has to be a zero tolerance on that stuff, because if not, then you know, people are just going to think they can get away with anything. And you know, I think the other thing I would say is I think a lot of players a few years ago were almost naive, you know, and thinking that, you know, that stuff just doesn't go on in tennis or in sport. But you've seen over the last few years it's become such a huge story across, you know, everything with athletes and cycling. Obviously tennis has had a few problems as well just now, that to get the trust back from the public and from everyone, you know, we need to show that we're doing the right things, and when people break the rules, that they are punished and they don't get off. And, you know, I guess it's a step in the right direction. That's all I can say.
And finally, does it ever worry you that you could be the victim of a miscarriage of justice, which seems to be one of Djokovic's major concerns?
No, I don't believe that that WADA or whoever is in charge of the drugs testing can tamper with someone's...
An accidental miscarriage of justice, perhaps?
Well, you need to know the rules. I mean, I personally, myself, would never go and buy something over the counter. You know, I just, you know, in a pharmacy, it's just unprofessional. You know, you need to check that, you know, any supplement that you're taking, whether it's a protein shake or fish oils or anything like that, that you get it checked. You know, that you get it checked out. We're professional athletes now. You know, there's now no excuses. I think 10, 15 years ago, when, you know, people didn't, you know, think drug taking happened in sport, then, you know, people might have thought, yeah, we can just buy stuff over the counter in any old pharmacy. But look, we can't do that. You have to accept it. And yeah, I don't see that sort of thing happening. You know, with WADA tampering with people's tests. I don't believe that would ever happen.